Let me see. I am connected to the console of the Fortgate Firewall. Okay, here it is. Where is the Fortgate Firewall? Okay, so the password this. So let's say the commanders get the config to configure to modify the firewall configuration, getting the show to display running configuration. The show command enables to display the non-default configuration information. Okay. The diagnose command here enables you to perform real-time monitoring tasks. Okay. Execute. You can use this command to run like a ping and it response commands. Okay. So let me show you how you can use the show command. Okay. Like show call the system, the object system. There are the different types of options here. You can display, for example, here the firewall policy by using the show command. You can display the routing configuration information by using the show command. Okay. So what I want to display is the system object configuration information. Okay. So let me take you to the object system and the sub-object interface. Okay. Now say enter. Now look at it, the interfaces. Okay. Look, config system hardware available. Okay. Management interface. Look at here. Okay. The other interface is port one interface. Okay. These are the different types of configurations that are available in the configuration information. So you can say press, you can to display more information. If there are more information in the screen, at the end of the output, you will see more. If you want to display the remaining information page by page, you can use any key like spacebar. You can display, if you want to display the output line by line, the remaining outputs line by line, you can use the inverted key like this. Okay. So the different, the available port options are here, port 3, port 4, port 5. Now we are displaying, or the firewall displays the non-default configuration information of what? The ports. Okay. So these are the ports that are currently configured or that are currently installed. Okay. So I do have total number of ports. You can see here 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. Ports are the other virtual ports. Okay. So let me say break here. So what I want to do here is, the first thing what I want to do is, I want to change the name of the file. Okay. So how could I change the name of the file? First, you have to call config. Then you have to call the system object, the object system. So there is the system global. Okay. So modifying the name of the device means here you are applying the global change to the file. Okay. So if it is specific to interface, you have to type here, for example, the sub-object interface. Okay. So here the modification, the configuration that we want to apply is global to the file. Okay. So now say enter. Now we are in the global system configuration mode. Okay. In the system global configuration mode. So what do you want to do here? I want to set hostname to the firewall. Okay. So the command that enables you to apply changes to the firewall is called set. Okay. So set followed by forward slash. Okay. Set question mark. Okay. So what are the options here? Set what? What do you want to set? I wanted to set hostname to the firewall. Okay. So where is it? Okay. Let's say Control C. Set hostname. Set question mark. Okay. Look at the options. H followed by question mark. I do have option hostname. Okay. So set hostname. So the hostname that we wanted to set to the firewall is HQ hyphen data center hyphen MDA 01 hyphen okay external edge firewall 01. Okay. Yeah. Then say enter. Okay. Now still we are in the global configuration. So if you want to display the current configuration information, you can type show. Okay. Now look here. The host name is, look at here. What you did here is HQ data center MD edge file. Okay. So if you say exit without, you are telling to the Fortgate firewall to exit without saving. Okay. You can say also abort to exit this mode without saving the configuration information. But if you want to tell to the Fortgate firewall to save and exit this configuration mode, you have to say what? Int. Okay. Say int. Now we are in the firewall mode. Okay. administrative mode, okay, privileged mode. Okay. So the next thing what I wanted to do here is I wanted to set the other global configuration information, what we call it, setting DNS server. As an example, you can say, for example, you can say config system DNS. Okay. Now they press enter key. Now I am in the DNS configuration mode. Okay. So how could I configure DNS server for the Fortgate Firewall? By default, the Fortgate Firewall uses the Fortgate DNS servers. Okay. So here I want to set my firewall to use the DNS server that are the public DNS servers that are administered owned by the Cloudflare and the cookie company. Okay. So the command that you use to modify configuration is called the set command. Okay. So what do you want to set? I wanted to set the primary DNS server. What must be the primary DNS server in our case? Let's make it the Cloudflare DNS server. Then you can also set the secondary DNS server like 8888. Okay. Now let's say int. Okay. Now these are already configured. Okay. Do you want to display the change that you made to the DNS configuration of the Fortgate firewall? Yes, you can use the show system DNS syntax. Okay. So by typing the subobject DNS, you can display your non-default configuration to the DNS, the Fortgate firewall. Okay. So the next thing what I want to set is I want to set close. Okay. Um, opaque system close. Show system interface. Okay. Now let's check the interface configuration of. Now look here. Yeah, look here. Okay. The management interface is configured to have the IP address 1020 and no access type is physical dedicated to management. Yes. Okay. So the reason why we need to say dedicated to management, it will not be allowed to transport what? Data traffic. Okay. The only packets that are accepted are these packets types. Okay. So the other thing that I want to check is the port is physical port. Okay. Right. Okay. The role is LAN. It is connected to the zone the zone of the interface to which it is connected is LAN zone. Okay. So let's modify this IP address. Okay. Go to the configuration mode of the system interface, sub interface. Okay. Now call the command edit. What you wanted to edit? I wanted to edit the mgmt interface. Let's check the name. That is the name of the interface. It is mgmt. Edit mgmt, then press enter key. Now in the mgmt interface. Okay. So what do you want to do? I want to modify the IP address. Okay. The rest are okay. Now look here. I want to allow the ping, the HTTP, the SSH, HTTPS, and the Fortgate management protocol. Okay. So the set type is physical. I don't want to change it. Role is not. So the only thing I wanted to do is I want to modify this interface, this IP address. Okay. So I have to say here, the command I want to set is set IP. Okay. What is IP? Our management type 192.168. 100. Followed by, or you can use the slashed format with prefix links 24. Okay, you can say enter. If necessary, you can use the dotted decimal format like this. Okay, goes go. Then say, now let's display the current configuration. Now look at the IP address. Now the IP address is modified. That's right. Okay, so we can verify that via the managed port. Is it possible to access the FortiGate? Okay, I will show you how to access it. Okay, so to say to exit and to save and exit to save and exit the configuration mode, you can say int. Okay, now let's connect to the management port of the FortiGate firewall. Okay, uh, now let's try to access. By the way, you can access the firewall. You can manage the firewall by using the CLI mode or the GUI mode. Okay, but by using the CLI mode, you can to manage it using CLI mode. You can use the console access as we are connected to the firewall now, or you can use the telnet and the SSH remote administration tools. Okay, but now since the management port is configured, now I will show you how to access the firewall management port via the my web browser. Okay, now let's call the Edge Microsoft Edge browser. Okay, and type the IP address of physically I'm connected to the management port of the firewall. Okay, let's type 192.168 100.11. Okay, now press enter key. No, I didn't set my computer IP address to the appropriate network where the management port of the firewall is located. So since it is the 192.168.111 is given to our management network VLAN, network ID. So from this management network ID 111 is assigned to the firewall. So let me give you my management workstation, the IP address 12. Okay. Now say okay, close, close. Okay. Now you can refresh this one now. Now this connection is not, it says private. Go to advanced and continue to the firewall web administration homepage, the login page. Okay. So let's say admin and say the password, enter the password. This is the administration dashboard of my Fortgate firewall. That's right. Okay. So we will do more of our configuration by using the GUI mode. Okay. So here we are connected to the Fortgate firewall via the console port. Here we are connected to the Fortgate firewall using our web client application, the Microsoft Edge uh, web browser. Okay, this is a dashboard of the Fortgate firewall administration web administration page. Okay, so okay. Okay, what is the next thing? What I wanted to do is now look. Let me show you one thing. Port one. Look here. I'm connected to port one here. What is the role of port one? The role of port one is accessing the outside the network. Okay, so its role is one or outside port. So or it is connected to the less secure zone of the network. Okay, so port 10 and port 9 are connected to the highly secured zone. Port 5 is port 5 is connected to the DMZ network. Port 1 is connected to the internet. Okay, so to how many zones the Fortgate firewall is connected? 2 into 3. So the first port 01 will be used by the Fortgate to access the internet. Okay, let's check the current configuration of port 1. Okay, show system interface port 1. Say enter. Okay, now check the status is down. It says type is physical. Okay, IP address not yet set. Okay, so let me show you some of the configuration that you can do by using the CLI mode to modify the CLI configuration mode to modify the interface configuration of the firewall. Okay. Our objective here is configuring port number 1. Okay. So let's go to the configuration mode of the port 1 interface. Okay. Config object system for the object interface. So we want to configure port number 1. Okay. Say enter key, we are connected to port number 1. So the first thing what we want to set is let's set the status to up. Set the status up. Okay, say enter. Set the name alias name. Let's give that name for administration purpose. It is outside. Okay, outside interface 1. Okay, outside 01. Okay, say enter. Okay. Right. So let's give it this IP address management option. Do you want the firewall to get IP address dynamically from a device which is connected to port 1, or do you want to set IP address to the device port 1 manual? Let's make it set mode to what? Either DHCP or PPP over Ethernet or static. Let's make it static. Okay. Say enter. Now let's set the IP address according to our plan. Okay. Set IP 172.17.1 from this space. It's the subnet mask bit length is 29. Okay. So from this space, let's give the first one to our file. Okay. It is 1 followed by the subnet mask. You can use, by the way, /format 29. That's this one. Okay. Followed by enter key. Okay. So let's check the configuration, what we made to this interface. Show enter. Okay. Now look at the IP address. What is the type of the physical interfaces? It's not virtual. It's not VLAN. It is the physical. We are using the physical port of the file. Okay. What is its alias common name or the model name that we will use for administration purpose for reference? It is outside 01. Okay. So the next thing what we set to this interface is we set this IP address, the first IP address from the space 172.17.1.0 followed by 29 subnet mask bit lengths. Okay. So let's continue our configuration. Do you have anything that you want to set to this interface. Let's check some of the options that we can apply to this interface. Now look here. We didn't define the role. Okay, we have to define the role. Is it one? Is it latency? Is it LAN? You have to set. Alias is already defined. We didn't define the type of packet that are allowed via this porters management traffic. Okay, so the only thing what we need to set here are the set role one. Okay, enter, press K, because it is the interface which is connected to the outside world. Do you want this router to accept, this firewall to accept LLDP or like CDP? Okay, device management protocol information. Yes, I want this device to communicate with my external firewall. Okay, to monitor or to track the layer 2 connectivity between them. Okay, so the protocol which is supported by my Fortgate Firewall is LLDP. LLDP is one of the protocol that is used to track the status, the layer 2 status of the link. Okay, like similar type of the Cisco proprietary CDP protocol. Okay, let's tell to our router to accept LLDP message for layer 2 tracking. Okay, set LLDP reception. Enable, say enter. Okay, so that the other thing what I need to define here is alias is already defined, LLD role is defined. Okay, so we have to also set what kind of management traffic is allowed over this link. Okay, so allow access via this interface. I don't want to allow SSH, telnet, or HTTP or any other traffic because it is outside. The only thing what I want to allow is the ping management traffic. Okay. Now to save the config, to exit and save the configuration information, you can say, sorry, exit, you can say int. Okay. Now let's check the port configuration, the configuration of our port 1 port, which is connected to the outside world or which is connected to the internet. So system interface followed by the port ID, port 1, say enter key. Now check the IP, the type of management traffic allowed. The interface is physical. We didn't use virtual interfaces. The alias name of this interfaces, the alias which is given for this interfaces outside 01. It is also configured to accept HTTP traffic. The role of this interface is 1 because it is connected to the less secure zone in our network design. Okay. So the next thing is now look, our Fortgate firewall is connected to the external world via port 1. Okay. So I want my Fortgate firewall to reach all unknown networks via my external edge router. So I have to define the default route that my Fortgate firewall needs to use. Okay. So how could I define the default route to access any networks which are not known by my Fortgate firewall? Okay. Your command is configure. Do you want to define routing information? Yes, I want to define routing information. Okay. Like REP, OSPF, BGP. Okay. You can use the command config followed by a router. What kind of route information do you want to configure? I want to configure the static route information that will be used by my Fortgate firewall. Like if you want to configure OSPF exist, if you want to configure BGP, you can use this option. Okay. So let's say Control C and type a static. Okay. Now press enter key. So what do you want to set? I wanted to set a static route information that will be used by my router. Okay. Okay. So the command that I need to use here is you can use set followed by question mark. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. The first entry regarding route information is you can specify it like edit the first entry. Now I am configuring the first static route for my router. Okay. Now let's use the save command followed by question mark. What do you want to save? I wanted to save the destination address. Okay. So what must be the destination address? You can use destination followed by the IP addresses. Okay. So the IP addresses are 0.0.0.0, the network ID of the destination IP address, and the subnet mask of the destination IP address. Okay. So this is the network that I want my router to reach. Okay. So if you want your router to reach any networks which are known or which are not specifically or explicitly defined, you can use the destination path like this one, and you can tell to the Fortgate firewall to forward the packets that need to reach any networks by using the command set gateway like this. Okay. So the gateway is, in our case, here is my device. Okay. So you can set the command 172.17.1 dot followed by 2. One is already assigned to my FortiGate firewall. Then say enter key. Okay. So what is the next step? The next step is we have to tell to the interface via which this gateway can be reached, okay, by using the set device command. Okay. Now let's say question mark. Look at the ports. Yeah. Okay. So in our case, our gateways can be reached via port number 1. Am I right? Yes. Port number 1. Okay. So what is next? Next is you can set the distance. Set distance like this. If your firewall does have multiple links that enables it to reach all unknown networks, you can specify the distance to set which one is the preferred path. In our case, the default distance which is assigned to a static route by FortiGate firewall is 5. Okay, let's make it 5 like this. Okay, now let's get the configuration. Show, press enter key. Okay. Okay, where is the distance? The destination. Okay, set destination. Yeah, that is right. Yes. Okay, let's set comment. Set comment. Hmm. Let's set comment. So, okay, let's say exit. Okay, now let's see the gate uh, system router. So router static. Level frame. There it is. Okay. Let's get the router info routing table on. Now look at here. The default profile route information must not be seen here, but the interface is down. Is that right? Okay.